Three of the top 5 richest cities in Pennsylvania are right here in Pittsburgh Metro. Guys, we're going to take a look at what made the list at number 1 right now. All right, we are here at the Fern Hollow Community Center in number 1 rated richest city by Forbes in Pennsylvania, which is going to be Sewickley Heights. Sewickley Heights, Pennsylvania. It's going to be northwest of downtown Pittsburgh. It's a very rural, spread out community with gorgeous mansions, estates, very, very amazing homes. You're going to love what you see. It's hard to see the homes from the road because they're so private. They have so much land. A lot of them set those houses way off the beaten path, way off the road. They have big gated gates, if you will, wrought iron fences, keeping everybody out so they can have their privacy, rightfully so. All right, so we're gonna go over Sewickley Heights. We're gonna drive around a little bit. This is the Fern Hollow Community Center right here with the History Center behind me. They have a bunch of activities. So what you're gonna see here in Sewickley Heights, you're gonna see parks, you're gonna see golf courses, you're gonna see more of a nature type setting. You take your horses for a nice trot through the paths or whatnot, take the dogs for a walk, go on a hike. And then if you want to do your shopping or anything like that, can do it here in Sewickley Heights, but you can do it just over the hill here, 5 minutes away in Sewickley Borough, which is another gorgeous community. We're going to end up down there at the end of this video. Or I'm going to take you through there, take you through a tour down there at the end of this, towards the end of this video, because Sewickley Heights, it's going to be driving around, man. There's less than 1,000 residents that live here. According to the census in 2020, there was like 800 and some people that reside here. There's only like 250 residents. Not a whole lot of new construction or anything like that, but we'll get to that. So let's jump in the truck. Let's take a little ride. So before we jump in the truck and go on a little tour here, I want to jump in the map so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, where Sewickley Heights is. Okay, so this is Pennsylvania here. You got Ohio, you got West Virginia, and Maryland right here. So we're going to go right here to Pittsburgh. I'm going to zoom in. It's the southwest corner of Pennsylvania. And you can see right here, okay, so here's downtown Pittsburgh. Here is Sewickley Heights, which is what we're going to be concentrating on there. And very importantly, we also have the Pittsburgh International Airport right here. So between the airport and Sewickley Heights, it's actually only about a 25 to 35 minute drive. The problem is getting there is you have the Ohio River running here between the airport and Sewickley Heights. So you have to either go across the Sewickley Bridge right here on the Ohio River and run up 51 and go a couple different turns that way, or you run down 65. You can get on 79 right here, which is a main artery going through north and south of Pittsburgh, and you can run down to 65 to get to downtown. That'll take you along the Ohio River all the way down into the North Shore, and then jump across to Point State Park right here. That'll take you right downtown. Right in between the stadiums, actually, you're going to see Acrisure Stadium right here where the Steelers play, PNC Park right here where the Pirates play, and that's about a 30 to 45 minute drive depending on traffic. So another way to get to the airport, though, getting back to it, is jump on 79, and you can go all the way down to 376 and then take 376 up. So it depends on time of day. A lot of times in the early mornings, you can get there a lot faster actually by driving a little further, but just staying on 79 to 376. Those are two pretty major highways around here. Okay, so let's get back to Sewickley Heights right now is what we're going to concentrate on. Now you can see, all right, so you have a couple of different things here. You have the Allegheny Country Club, you have golfing. All right, so you have the Allegheny Country Club, and then you have the Sewickley Heights Golf Club. So there's 2 golf clubs right here in Sewickley Heights. This red outline is technically Sewickley Heights, and you have Sewickley down here, which we're going to visit as well. That's where you're going to go for all your shops, all your restaurants, your cafes down in Sewickley. So I'll show you on the map here. Okay, so let's show you some things to do. Let's show you some parks here. So let me type in parks, and you're going to have some nature centers and whatnot show up here. All right, so you got the Fern Hollow Nature Center. That's where we started out in the video. And that's going to have the historic center as well, the History Center for Sewickley Heights. All right, so then you have War Memorial Park. That's really cool down there. They got playgrounds and whatnot. And then there's some parks that are really good for say horseback riding, trail walking, taking your dogs and stuff. for a little stroll. It's going to be like the Sewickley Heights Borough Park. You got Audubon Greenway conservation area, and you can jump over to Blueberry, which isn't showing up. There it is. Blueberry Hill Park is another good one. My kids like to go to Blueberry Hill Park with their buddies and play basketball, baseball. You know, they got volleyball courts, beach volleyball courts set up there. So, and then you got the Bell Acres, of course, rec park up there. So what's cool about the country club, though, is it actually has the borough manager there, and it's got the police department on the country club property, which is pretty interesting, I thought. All right, so then let's find some other things you can do. If you're into horses, this is a great place for you. There's some farms, there's some like boarding. Okay, so Barbary Farm and Blackburn Farms are going to be some horse boarding, some horseback riding there. Dundee Farm, if you're into farming, is actually a working farm where you can go to learn how to make certain items if you're into farming, which is really cool. All right, so there's a few places for horseback riding. There's a few places for horse boarding and stables. All right, so now let me change the layer here. Get rid of this. Change the layer here so you can see the terrain. All right, so Sewickley Heights, like I said, is very rural, so there's not much to do other than, like, you have to have a car here. There's no public transportation. You don't have to have a car, but there's no public transportation. All right, so as you look around here, you see a lot of green, you see a lot of forest. So that's basically what Sewickley Heights is. There's a hunt club right there if you're into hunting or shooting your guns. So there's a plan right here by Miranda Homes. All right, Henry's camping spot. All right, but you can see it is very, very rural. There's fields open. That's like where the Burberry farm is, but there's tons and tons of woods. It's very hilly. Okay. What was that other? Walker Park. Yeah, it's very hilly. So there's not, if you want a walkable place to go and hang out, this isn't it. You have to go over the hill. So about 5 minutes down over the hill, you'll get into Sewickley, and then you can see the grid here of all the roads right along the Ohio River. Then there's the railroad tracks, Route 65 or the Ohio River Boulevard, and you're going to get into Sewickley. And Sewickley is going to have all your shops. You can just see them, showing up everywhere now, right? So you got pizza, you got theater, you got Sideline Beer House, you got cafes, you got coffee shops, you got sushi and modern tiki bar. All right, you also have the hospital, which is very cool because it's so close. So you have the Heritage Valley Sewickley Hospital right here, and you have the YMCA was right across the street from it right there. All right, so now the school system is Quaker Valley Schools. Okay, it's really highly rated from niche.com. It's going to be over here in the Leetsdale area, which is neighboring. I think it's only a few miles. It's 8 minutes from the center of Sewickley Heights over to the Quaker Valley High School. All right, and then there's some other smaller schools, like your elementary schools and whatever, are kind of located all throughout the region. All right, so that's where we at there. Now, the main arteries, like getting back to it, was 79 going north and south. So you can take 79 all the way up. If you're in for a trip, you can go all the way up to Lake Erie, take that up for a day to go up to Lake Erie. It's about a 2-hour drive up to Lake Erie. You can take some boats out if you're into fishing. You can go south on 79 to get down into Morgantown if you want to go see a West Virginia University WU game, or just visit the university there. Okay, down in Washington, PA and whatnot. So that'll take you south. 79's north and south. You got 22, which isn't too far from you. You can take 79 down past the city. So past the city here, you can jump on 376 to go up to the airport, or you can go down to 22 and 30, which is right here. Now it'll take you west into Ohio and West Virginia. Actually, it hits West Virginia first. Weird, and Ohio's crazy. It's a little finger going up between Ohio and Pittsburgh on the southwest corner. All right, so that's the map, guys. That gives you an idea of where we're at with Sewickley Heights and compared to downtown Pittsburgh. It's, I think it was like 15 miles if you take Route 65 along the Ohio River Boulevard and go up 79 or go up into Sewickley. So Sewickley Heights is going to be about 15 miles from downtown Pittsburgh. Sewickley is about 12 miles. Somewhere around there. And then to the airport, like I said, it's about 25 to 35 minute drive. going through all the back roads here, or taking 79 down 376 and going back up. It just depends on the time of day. So 65 is actually a two-lane road going into Pittsburgh and coming back out of Pittsburgh. So it's 2 lanes each way. It does get some traffic. Yeah, you're gonna run into some traffic going in the mornings to work and coming home, but it is really not that bad comparatively. Depends on where you're coming from. Coming from Los Angeles, these roads are definitely not very bad at all to get around. So that's Sewickley Heights, guys. That's where we're at, Sewickley Heights Borough. And let's jump into the truck. Let's drive around and show you some things from the actual road. All right, so first off, before we start down the road here, I wanted to stop in at McLaughlin Distillery. McLaughlin Distillery, and just show you guys there's a whiskey distillery right here on the border of Sewickley Hills and basically Franklin Park. So I just wanted to show that because I love whiskey, and I'm sure some of you out there would love to know that is there. It's a local distillery, and you got to stop in and see these guys. Now, I just want to let you know also before, while we're going along this trip here, that if you want to skip ahead at any time, I think it's 1341 would be the time that actually starts showing some of the houses that are currently for sale through the MLS. So if you get a little bored with driving through and you want to jump ahead, feel free to go to 1341, 1342, something like that. All right, enjoy it. So as for real estate and what's for sale right now, you can see the prices here. This is on the MLS. There are only 10 active listings at the time of this video. So you can see the prices here are anywhere from a 10 million down to a 2.25 million that are active at this moment. So you got, 6 beds. I think a 4-bed is the actual smallest. Yeah, 4 beds is going to be the smallest, set up to a 7-bedroom. Bathrooms range from anywhere from a 3 to an 8 bathroom. All right, so let's jump in here and take just a gander, just take a quick look at what you're going to be looking at for, like this one's what, $2.2 million. It's on 5 acres. So these ones, the reason I'm showing you this here is because you can't really see these too well from the actual road. So let's jump through these and see. Okay, so you got another nice one here. This is 2.3 on 1 acre, 5-bed, 3-bath. Like, these are pretty cool houses. There's only, let's see here, So you can see the style in here. Like they really went through and updated these. This is a really nice kitchen. Yeah, like these nice accent walls, little bar. Okay, so office. I don't know about the blue, but you know, kind of not presidential, but very nice, big, large master bedroom. It's got the tray ceilings. It's really cool. Marble everywhere for the bathrooms. All right, cool. So that gives you an idea of that home. That was 2.3. So let's go see if I can get, let's see, Pink House Lane. All right, so now you're getting into $4 million. Okay. 4.5, 5 million. This is 5.9. This is on Blackburn. This is a pretty popular road that runs right through the middle of Sewickley Heights, east and west, and down into Sewickley. Look, they got beautiful driveway. Really cool. Like these are some old looking houses, grand houses, I would say. So excellent. Look at that entranceway into your beautiful stairway. All right, so yeah, you can see just the style, the immense size of these homes. Oh, it's a gorgeous kitchen. Look at that. I love the cabinets. That black with the marble backsplash on the wall. Wow, really cool. Huge islands. All right, so that's kind of what you can expect. That's 5.9 million on 6.7 acres. That's a 4-bed, 4 full baths and 1 half bath. So let's go. This one's pretty cool. It's 7.9. It's 10,000 square feet. It's 7.9 million on 30 acres. So this house, let me see how old this house is. So some of these houses are built in the 90s. Some of them built, like this is a 1938. Although a lot of these homes the original homes got torn down in the 50s and 60s because they kind of didn't take care of them, and they just kind of let them fall apart and dilapidate. So they ended up demolishing a lot. Look at that, cool. It's like a carriage house, 3-car garage. Look at that land, the property. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you can't see these homes from the yard. It's got a beautiful outside garden there. Look at that greenhouse. Okay, not my style, but very cool. Really grand entrance. Look at that stairway. Oh man, it's an old school. They really kept it up. They updated it throughout the years. Look at that fantastic outdoor living space right there. Once you go, you can walk right out. Yeah, so this is, okay, so this is a, what did I say, 7.9 million. Look at that kitchen. Very large kitchens. All right, so that's kind of what you can expect for what's around here. But you can see their old style. This style, what do they call it? It's just the colonial. I just wanted the colonial on this one. There's some provincials. There's also some moderns that pop up every once in a while. None are for sale right now. The $10 million one, I wish I could show you, but it's just a mock-up. It's going to be a new construction. All right, so like, okay, this one's 5.2 on Timber Hill. This is a 6-bed, 8-bath, another 10,000 square feet on 10 acres. Zoom in a little bit there so you can see better. Just the absolute gorgeous property. Huge French doors. I really like the ceiling in this one. I really enjoy it. I don't like seeing drywall as much on the ceilings. I love the like the flooring almost on the ceiling. Big beautiful kitchen. Look at that. And you have the 2-story living space outside the kitchen here in the living room, up to your balcony. Excellent little seating room out there. This is another shot of the kitchen, living room, outdoor living space there. Beautiful pool. Got your little garden. I really like the stonework, how they incorporated inside the house. Okay, you got some marble, you got some granite tile, you got some travertine, whatnot. Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's the kind of type of that's what's for sale right now. So it ranges for anywhere from 2.3 up to $10 million for real estate. All right, guys. All right, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the truck like we are, and we're going to take a ride around Sewickley downtown so you can see the shops. You can see the different cafes and whatnot that are down here in Sewickley that you can come down from Sewickley Heights and do your shopping, do your, grab a bite to eat, to go get a drink and whatnot. And what I'm going to do is drive around the town here so you can see it and see what it's like living down here in Sewickley, as well as what some of the homes look like. I think you really enjoy. There's a lot of Victorians and colonials down here. All right, guys, enjoy the ride. And tell me what you think about Sewickley and Sewickley Heights. Leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think. right, guys, hope you enjoyed that little tour, the driving tour, walking or driving slash a little bit of walking here and there. Made it back to the Fern Hall Community Center. Just kind of wrap this up. Now, we're going to be covering what number 3 is, which is also here in Pittsburgh Metro in my next video, so you'll see that next week to come. It's going to be a good one as well. I think you're really going to love the homes up in that region. It's another one that's outside of Pittsburgh. It's not downtown, so it's another more rural, but they have a little more shops and stuff like that that's offered there. But I think you're really going to love that one, so stay tuned for that. If you're looking to buy, sell, relocate, invest here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Western PA in general, give me a call, text, give me an email. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a little talk. Leave a comment below. What did you think about Sewickley Heights? You think it should be the #1 richest? Maybe you live in a different city in Pennsylvania. Maybe you think it should be the richest. I don't know. This is according to Forbes, so I'm pretty impressed. All right, guys, until next week, keep it real estate.